Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces, May 3, 2025. You're in great shape to make connections, further studies, and communicate effectively. Motivation levels increase, and mechanical and mental work can thrive. Communications tend to be powerful. It's also an opportunity period for partnerships, one-to-one relationships, and love. You can be well positioned to connect with someone special. As you open your mind to new ways of interacting and connecting, new worlds open to you. It's a powerful time for romance, creativity, and interacting in inspired ways. You could have a lucky break, or you could bring a pleasant surprise to someone's life, and it's rewarding. You are extremely attractive right now, particularly with a forward-looking, open attitude. Unusual or exciting romantic experiences are possible. Something might inspire you to try out a new creative hobby or adventure. A whole new cosmic vibe has been popping up for you to face. The energy of the moment now until June 17, 2025 could divert you away from your romantic and personal life and push you to the grindstone in your career. Singles and couples may notice that they aren't able to spend as much time loving and snuggling as much as they may want, but as long as you communicate with suitors or partners, you should be fine. Yet, this energy can put singles in connection with possible lovers who are mighty, so if you're looking to social climb, use this time wisely. You can see clearly what you need to do and how to do it. The vision will persist, but make sure you sketch out a plan before you snap into action. Your meticulous research will be well worth the time. Today's aspect gives you the feeling that nothing will be perfect unless you do it. Do you recognize those feelings? The anxiety in this mindset is fairly particular to you. The work ethic, the attention to detail, the stress about whether or not something's perfect, all you. Well, take a deep breath and remind yourself that nothing is ever perfect. What's most important is how people feel how you feel. Your heart is in the right place, and that's all that matters. Don't let your fierce independence alienate you from others. Your personality is a free spirit that usually makes its own rules. You live by your own boundaries and set very high standards for yourself. While this serves you well in your pursuit of financial gain and recognition, it can leave you lonely if you aren't attentive. Be sure that you don't become so independent that you forget how to interact with other people. Share some time on this day. While Venus will start the day in a playful and creative part of your chart but end the day in your busy work sector, life is not going to suddenly become all work and no play. That would have been the case even if the moon wasn't returning to an adventurous part of your chart a few hours later, for she leaves behind Saturn, who in his final weeks is resolved to taking this seriously. Meanwhile, a month after leaving, as Venus returns to your work sector today, it will be to find that your options and resources on the job and career fronts have grown considerably in that time. A month after retrograding back into your romantic sector for a do-over, Venus, the planet of love, leaves today, but with wraparound support when it comes to keeping the spirit of romance alive. Not only is a friendly aspect between Saturn here and the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment in Scorpio that peaked earlier in the week, still tight, but the moon's return to an adventurous part of your chart just after Venus leaves will bring the spirit of romance, adventure, and nostalgia together. Pisces, emotion today becomes your teacher. Your quote of the day: sensitivity is strength in disguise. Your color of the day is lavender mist, soft and aware. Lucky numbers: 2, 8, 19. A wave of feeling may surprise you, let it move through. Creativity and healing are deeply linked now. Share something raw and watch connection deepen. What you release today makes space for peace. Our eyes in the sky. Welcome to your tarot reading for May 3, 2025. Today carries a vibrant and motivating energy, one that encourages curiosity, openness, and a renewed sense of movement. It's the kind of day where something small, a conversation, a walk, a spontaneous choice can shift your entire outlook. There's momentum building, not necessarily in big, dramatic ways, but in subtle internal shifts that are preparing you for something meaningful. Let's see what today's cards have to say. The first card drawn is the Knight of Wands, blazing into the reading with fire, passion, and the unmistakable urge to chase what sets your soul on fire. This is the card of boldness, of saying yes to something even before you have it all figured out. Have you been sitting on an idea or longing for a change? This card doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It's about movement, making the call, sending the message, starting the project. Even a tiny step counts. Maybe it's signing up for that class, reaching out to a new connection, or carving out time for a personal goal. What matters is the energy behind it. Where in your life could you use a little more daring today? The second card is the Four of Swords, a softer, grounding contrast. This card reminds us that rest isn't a reward, it's a necessity. While the Knight pushes you to go after your dreams, the Four of Swords invites you to pause and restore. There's a beautiful balance here, action followed by integration. If you've been burning the candle at both ends, or mentally overworked lately, this is your reminder to breathe. Take a walk without your headphones, unplug for an hour, or simply sit in silence for a few minutes. Sometimes, clarity finds us in the quiet. Next, we have the Six of Pentacles, bringing the energy of generosity, balance, and reciprocity. This card often appears when we're asked to reflect on the give and take dynamics in our lives. Where are you giving too much without replenishing? Where are you receiving with gratitude, and where might you be blocking support because you feel you have to do everything yourself? It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say yes when someone offers. And it's equally okay to set boundaries if you've been feeling depleted. Healthy exchange is part of every thriving relationship, romantic, platonic, and professional. What does balance look like for you right now? Following. That is the Sun, arguably one of the most uplifting cards in the tarot. This card is joy in its purest form. It shines a light on clarity, truth, and the simple, radiant pleasures of life. Think about the moments that bring out your inner child, that sense of wonder, play, and freedom. This card suggests there's something today that can bring that joy to the surface if you make space for it. Maybe it's spending time with someone who makes you laugh, revisiting a hobby you used to love, or even just standing outside in the warmth of the sun and letting yourself feel. Don't underestimate the power of a good moment to shift your entire day. And finally, we close with the Two of Wands, a card of vision and planning. It asks you to lift your gaze beyond the present moment and think about where you're headed. Not from a place of pressure, but from a place of inspiration. What do you want to create in your life this year? What would it look like if you trusted your instincts a little more and second-guessed yourself a little less? The Two of Wands is about expansion. It's the point where an idea becomes a path. Today, you might find yourself dreaming of new places, new projects, or new perspectives. Let that energy move through you. Dreaming is part of the work. All these cards together tell a story of empowered motion, thoughtful balance, generous connection, radiant joy, and bold vision. You don't have to have everything figured out right now, you just have to be willing to listen, act, rest, and believe in what's possible. You're not behind. You're not late. You're exactly where you're meant to be on your journey. So I'd love to hear from you. What part of today's reading resonated most with you? Are you feeling that push to take action, or are you being called to slow down and recharge? Share your reflections in the comments. This space is for all of us to connect, to learn, and to grow together. Here's to a day of inspired action, heartfelt rest, and beautiful breakthroughs. You are more than capable. You're on your way.